Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss a very important and well-known writer and novelist of American literature, and his name is William Faulkner. William Faulkner, who got the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1949, and his novels are most famous in American literature. Although he was born in 1897 and he died in 1962, he belonged to a family who settled in northern Mississippi, in the southern states. He belonged to the southern part of America. He has little formal education, although he wanted to become a writer from his early age. He did different kind of jobs such as house painting, dishwashing, and the work or the job of a clerk. And so in this way he got the first hand knowledge of the things of the society. He saw society very closely, and with this experience he had described in his novel. In this way, Faulkner has seen life very closely. Faulkner's first novel, that is The Soldier's Pay, came out in 1926, but the publishers refused to publish it. So, with the help of the famous writer, dramatist Sherwood Anderson, with the help of Sherwood Anderson, that novel was published. But he got recognition as a writer with the publication of his novel The Sound and Fury in 1929. And in 1930, there came out his another well-known novel, As a Lay Dying. And the modern library, which has lists 100 novels of the 20th century, so they have put Sound and Fury in the sixth number, at the sixth number. So you can judge how famous his writing is. And there are other novels also which are very famous. That is Absalom and Absalom, which came out in 1936. So he keep on writing novels, and he acquired a well-known place in American literature. In his novel, there is an imaginary country, that is Yokna Patava. That is the fictional name it is given for it, for the southern values and traditions which he has described in his novel. As you have heard that in R.K. Narayan novels, there is an imaginary town of Malgudi days. So most of his characters are set up in that imaginary town. So similarly, William Faulkner has used Yukna Patava as a fictional country, as a country where his characters are set and they belong to. And it acquired the status of literary legend. So that's all we have about Faulkner, and you have a story of Faulkner in your syllabus, and the name of that story is A Rose for Emily. A Rose for Emily. His first collection of short stories came out in 1931. It established his reputation as a short story writer. And as I told you, he got Nobel Prize for Literature in 1949 for his artistically writing the novels, the craftsmanship of his writing the novel of American literature. And the rules for Emily, the story which is prescribed, is also reflects his point of view which we have discussed in the introduction of William Faulkner life. The story is presents an old world culture society, an old world culture society, old world culture. It is full of fun and pathos. It is also full of humor and full of sufferings. The character of Miss Emily represents a set of values which are outdated. So as we talk about that, the old values are disappearing, and there is nothing new. The code of conduct which could take its place. So that is the pessimistic view about that. But it carries within it the flavor of permanence. That the old values are permanent, and the new things which have emerged, they are not taking its place permanently. In this way, Faulkner pays a glorious tribute to the old values. He supports the old values, the old American values. Miss Emily character is portrayed wonderfully. The whole story revolves around the character of Miss Emily. In the town of Jefferson, she was considered a tradition, a duty, and a care. Look at that it was the duty of everyone to look after her, to pay respect to her. She has got such a status. It was an obligation upon the town to pay respect for her. Her father was a legendary figure. Her father was a legendary figure of his time. It is stated by the mayor, Colonel Sartoris, that the town is indebted to his father for his generosity, for his kindness. But the younger generation resents, they don't agree with Colonel Sartori's views with so much concession given to her, because the new chairman of the, you can say, the housekeeping, they send her notice again and again for paying the house tax. But Miss Emily every time turned down that she has no taxes in Jefferson. So in this way, the story is quite mysterious. It moves in a very mysterious, strange way. But when it concludes, the people are aghast, the people are surprised that what kind of things were going on in Miss Emily house. So this is the craftsmanship of William Faulkner, who has woven the plot of the story in such a superb way that it keeps on guessing to the last that what would happen, what would be the end of this story. I think in my next video, in my next lecture, we will discuss in detail the events of the story as described by William Faulkner. So keep on watching my videos, and also the PDF notes which I am sending you on your WhatsApp group. So keep on, stay and keep in tune with us, with me, and keep on watching all the things. Thank you.